What up, YouTube? Good morning or good afternoon for everybody on this beautiful Monday. And I got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. A lot of back and forth beef on YouTube going on right now, man. And it's going to eventually, it's going to cause somebody to be hurt. You know what I mean? And we're going, we're getting into with this internet beef, we're getting into murky waters, and it doesn't look good. You got the Big U and the Whack 100 beef going on, right? And the loose cannon and Big U situation, the 600 and Big U situation. You know what I mean? And we also got Flacco flying off the hinge every other day, disrespecting the rappers. You know what I mean? Flacco reminds me of a Uncle Ruckus. Now, I mean, and I've met people like him before. You know, I used to work with a guy at Walmart, and he was Jamaican, and he would go into the break room and sit around all the white people and talk bad about all the blacks that came in there. Then, when the blacks come in, he would try to sit at the table with all the blacks, and listen to what the blacks had to say. And my message to him is, man, you better choose a side, bro. Either you are part of this music culture or you're not, man. The choice is yours. You see a lot of destroying, um, destroying things, man, to people that are trying to build their music careers. Okay, the West Coast, is not looking good right now as far as music. But it's like either you're a fan of it or you're not. You can't continue to just keep pitting the West Coast down and living over here. Don't forget you live here too. And one of these guys are going to catch you slipping somewhere. O3 Greedo called in on the community live the other day because he figures that he needed to tell you something that was important as far as the West Coast music, the West Coast music genre. And it was important to tell you that. Somebody needed to tell you that because for some reason, this internet stuff has gotten so bad, as far as people thinking that they can get behind the keyboard and disrespect somebody. One day, somebody's going to have to see you. Somebody's going to see you out there in the street, bro. And I feel like if you're not helping to rise a culture, you should keep your mouth closed because you sit in a circle of rappers and hip hop influencers, one being Brick Baby, who is pretty deep into West Coast and Atlanta music culture, you know what I mean? But you go kissing their butt. It's like you kiss the butt of the people that you know that you're going to run into. Somebody's going to catch you one day. And I don't think you're going to defend yourself. I don't think you're going to fight back. You know what I mean? Because when American Cholo came up to No Jumper, you was nowhere to be seen. While AD was out there pitting out your fire, pitting out your fires from all the stuff that you and Adam been saying. And when the bullets start flying, you're going to be nowhere to be seen. You're going to be nowhere in sight. Now, these rappers have entertained people for years, and I love it. And the people that I don't like, I don't choose to go out and talk down on them. Okay, I understand that we want them to get better, and we want them to put out more bodies of work. But you can't forget that these people have a lifestyle outside of music and entertainment, and they can't be out trying to impress the fans all the time. Sometimes these guys live a normal life. You know what I mean? And mark my word, No Jumper is gonna cause a wreck real. I ain't gonna say real soon. I don't even want to put a date on it. Between the WAC 100, Big U, 600. You know what I mean? Between all of these guys, Brick Baby, between all of these guys, they've been pretty lucky on booking people to where they don't have to show up or have to see each other. But that don't mean that they're not going to eventually see each other in the street somewhere. And you have to stand on business. You got to stand on business. Number one, you don't accuse somebody as a snitch. Back in the days, when you did that, you had to stand on business. And the person that had the accusations, he had to take care of the business. There wasn't no such thing as you putting out the paperwork and you not going to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is this loose cannon guy. He is um, making these accusations about the Nip murder or whatever. But what he don't understand is he's putting himself into the situation too. So if Big U goes to jail for something like this, which I know he won't, what people don't understand is when there's been a high profile case like Nipsey Hussle, the feds are going to go through everybody's phone. You know, everybody that he was friends with, that he talked to on a daily basis, are people that they thought was his enemies. So when the feds are involved, best believe they've done their homework. You know what I mean, they've checked phones, emails, social media sites, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. They've went through all of that stuff. They have a whole department that sits down and they do research on social media sites to check up on this beef and stuff. You know what I mean? And if this guy Loose Cannon is making this video just to promote his reality show, man, that's bad. You know what I mean? And I don't see anything good coming from it. And to each his own. You know, do what you please. But I feel like that was a bad move. That was a bad move, and that's the problem, man, with um, people nowadays. No matter what somebody did for you, all they remember is um, you saying no. No, you can do 100 things for somebody, but let you say no one time. Now you're every bad word in the book. Now you can't be trusted. Now you know you're nobody. People forget some of the things that Big U has done, over the years, from feeding families, from helping kids that were barely able to make it to practice for football, picking them up, letting these kids stay at his house, feeding the families of the young football players, you know what I'm saying, and buying properties for families and stuff. You know what I mean? Helping these people out of poverty, hiring people that couldn't get a job when they got out of the pen because of their record. People forget stuff like that. Too much stuff is being brought to the internet, and it's going to cause a wreck because a person that's being accused of being a snitch or a pedophile, or don't get me wrong, I don't like pedophiles or snitches either, but you don't handle that on social media. If you're man enough to bring up the accusations, you're supposed to be the man that goes to take care of that. You got the paperwork, you go put in the work. You know what I mean? And no, but I'm a civilian, so that's not something that I practice in. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about that lifestyle. I've raised my kids; they're grown now, and I go to social media for entertainment, but it's getting so murky that I can't even watch a good podcast without some kind of beef going on. You know, even beef amongst the certain panels that are on some of these social media sites. It's hard to figure out nowadays if some of this stuff is real or if it's fake. We're getting to the point where the hard work of hip hop is being overlooked. A good rollout, putting up posters, passing out cards, putting promo cards on the windows, at clubs and stuff. Now a rapper feels like his promo is starting beef. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, beef is not a rollout. Beef is not a management plan. You know what I mean? We got to get it to bed. We got to get it together if we ever plan on this West Coast getting back to the place it used to be back when Snoop and Dre graced the scene. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting bad. It's not even a healthy situation for the younger generation. Now you starting to see a bunch of up and coming rappers using beef for a marketing plan. That's not marketing. That's not promo. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to get out there and shake hands, kiss babies, like they say, and have a nicer rollout for your album. Because it's starting to get to the point where, this stuff is starting to turn my stomach. It's starting to get bad. Over the last 2 weeks, we had not Big U, but Whack 100 accusing people of doing things. Big Sad 1900, Jay Diggs, Deuce Sims. The names go on and go on. But what happens when your snitch allegations are proven to be wrong? See, the apology doesn't have as much promo on it as the accusations. And that needs to be changed. What needs to be changed is this whole paperwork party stuff that's going on Clubhouse that's falling back into the YouTube culture, the podcast culture. It's not cool. And it needs to stop, man. Somebody's going to definitely get hurt because everybody doesn't take being called a snitch the same. Some people let it go over their head because a lot of street people, they don't even have YouTube on their phone. They don't care about YouTube. They don't watch YouTube. But this stuff, it needs to change, man. If the West Coast plan on getting any better, we got to change. People making like these lists of, the sorriest West Coast rappers are, the report card, and a lot of these lists seem like they're here to pit people down, to pit some of our West Coast artists down. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping uplift the people. It's just making everybody mad. And I understand that we want our West Coast artists to be better, but it's just not our time. Everybody had their turn. The South had their turn. The East had their turn. Everybody had their turn, and it's just not our turn right now. This is a time to prepare for when it comes back around to the West Coast. Everything is not going to be perfect, but you know, um, some of these artists should work a little bit hard. But like I say, also, these artists have an everyday life too, so they can't spend their whole life working on music and stuff. We just gotta wait till their body of work comes out. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, you don't hear about that in rock and roll, country, country music. These dudes perform till they about 70 years old with no problem, and there's never any smut on their name. And West music has a lifeline of about 3 to 4 years right now, and then you're just forgotten about. The whole music industry is just so microwave right now. You got so many people dropping music every day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how we can fix it. You know what I'm saying? What do we have to do to go back to the old plan, the old music plan, to where our artist, when he put out something, we would roll around and listen to it for 3 or 4 days. You know what I mean? And it's definitely changed because you can kick over a trash can downtown LA and 5 rappers will come out of there with a demo in their hand, or 6 producers, you know what I mean? Or 100 podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And it's just getting so um it's just getting so crowded in the hip hop industry right now, man. And I know we can't change that because there's a lot of people in the music industry. But how do you decipher who's good and who's bad when people are categorizing you before you even put out your body of work? There's got to be change. And so many people, they have the position to help uplift hip hop, but they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? They're using their free time to smut people out and to have these panels full of people that are just there to talk bad about people. You know what I mean? And it's really getting tiring, man. I used to get up to watch, the no jumpers and the say cheeses and so on and so on. But it's getting to the point where if it ain't about smut, nobody wants to hear about it. You know, it's like everybody try tries to come up off of somebody else's viral moment. A viral moment has a short time on it, and in that short time, everybody's trying to eat off of it. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff needs to stop, man. I don't know how this stuff can be changed, but maybe we need to go back to our forefathers, on the West Coast. I would love to hear some of the West Coast legends that built the scene, like the Ice Cubes, and the Dr. Dre's, and the Exhibits, and the Snoop Dogs, and the Scarfaces. Scarface is from the South, but what else? The Spice Ones, you know, you know, some of the up north rappers, you know what I mean? Rapping Fortes and shit. You get my idea, but that's what I want to see, man. I want to see some of our West Coast legends start putting out a body of work, and I know it's kind of hard for them because of what the game has changed to. It's hard to put down a body of work and promote it like you want to, because it's a microwave industry right now. So, if you take too much time to put out your body at work, you're gonna get overlooked. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just what I want. You know what I mean? And I hope it's gonna change, because for some reason I ain't a psychic, but I see in the future somebody getting hurt, somebody leaving one of these platforms and going to their car and getting gunned down right there in the parking lot of No Jumper, or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I'm kind of looking for more positive podcasts. You know what I mean? Like the Kev Max, the Skip Townsends. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that you can watch, and after you finish watching, you feel full. You know what I'm saying? A podcast that's serving meat and potatoes, not top ramen, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the industry needs, I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hip hop specialist, but I know what I like. And I'm hearing the same thing from some of my partners that do podcasts too, that this stuff is getting played out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go to put out a positive message on YouTube, and it may get 100 views, maybe less than that, but the smut goes viral. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. And there's a couple of people that's at the forefront of all of this smut shit, man. And it stinks, man. It's stinking up the whole internet right now. And this shit need to be changed, man. And we need some more forefathers to come out and change the industry. And we've lost a lot of good rappers due to some of this internet beef. It may not seem like it, but a lot of it went down or started on the internet. You know, it's sad. I was listening to Tupac the other day, and me and one of my boys was just like, "Damn, man, you think music ever be like this again?" And from the way it looks, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? The way the whole format's changed. You got artists, they're not even putting out full bodies of work anymore. They're working with singles. They'll put out a single and they'll go ham on that single. Then they'll move to the next single. Instead of putting out a whole body of work, maybe 12 songs, and working with that. You know what I'm saying? It's changing. The whole industry's changing. Everybody's dependent on that for first week sales. You know what I mean? And that's what everybody's getting used to. Everybody's getting used to this microwave industry. It used to be 3 verses, 2 choruses, maybe 3 choruses, 3 to 4 minute songs. Now I've seen songs as short as a minute and 50 seconds. You know what I'm saying? There's no more good substance in the music anymore. And a lot of this stuff got to change, man. Flacco is going to get somebody hurt. He's going to get somebody's head knocked off, mainly his own, because he's not willing to stand on any of the business that he's talking about on No Jumper. And somebody's going to hurt that dude. Because I can look at him and tell. I'm a pretty good judge of character. I can tell that Flacco ain't really like that. He's not. So he needs to address people, with with a little bit more, and he's not even from here. He's not from California. So that tells you how deep his hip hop history is. He only knows what, somebody tells him to listen to. And he's a terrible judge of talent. He's so quick to tear people down. You know what I mean? He might have got lucky and got on No Jumper, but he's not a talent scout. And this stuff's got to stop, man. But yeah, I hope it gets better, man, for the best. I've been a fan of hip hop for years, since I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old. Back when there was Mixmaster Spade, Mixmaster Ken, and shit, CPO, NWA, Ice T, Young MC, artists like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Tidy T. You know, this stuff got to change, man. And if anybody feels the same way, y'all leave a comment, and hopefully everybody has a successful day, man, and enjoy their rainy day, man. It's raining out here where I'm at, so everybody enjoy themselves and try to do something to uplift the culture instead of bringing it down. Do your part as a fan instead of bringing these artists down. They work hard, and they may, the work that they put out, it may not live up to your standards, but that don't mean that you should talk down on these guys. You know what I mean? We're in suicidal times right now, you know what I mean? And people are not taking these bad critiques very well. You never know what a person going through when he turns that camera off. You can only judge him by what you see on the camera because you don't know this guy. But, think about what the next man's going through, dealing with kids, dealing with child support, maybe dealing with a sick parent. Maybe they don't have the emotions to put out a nice body of work. So they're probably choosing just to wait till things get better. Look at the artists that go to jail. They say that, they didn't have what it took to make to write any music while they were locked up. So just imagine a person that's going through a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? And thank for that person. Don't be so quick to um, look for 5 days of a viral video by pitting somebody down. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what they're going through in life. Think about somebody else beside yourself, or think of somebody else besides trying to create a viral moment. Because when you create a viral moment, millions of other YouTubers, try to bite in on it before before it's over. You know what I mean? And yeah, everybody have a good day, man. And leave a comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? And enjoy yourself. Yeah, and hit that thumbs up button. Thank you.